Hey guys, Is This Anything is a comedy podcast that slams bits, sparks, and improv together like particles in the Large Hadron Collider. This show may contain strong language and mature themes. Viewer discretion is advised. I'm gonna need you to run that back one more time. What did you just say?
Well, when I had a budgie a long time ago, and I would have to get food or whatever off their beak, I was so scared their beak was gonna come off with it. Cause I'd do the little pinchy just to get the food off, but then I was scared that their beak would just leave their body.
Would just pop off. Oh shit!
All right.
Yeah, we're gonna just
get thrown into the podcast somewhere.
We're just gonna throw that after the intro, and then because now we'll record the intro. And fuck it, here we go. I'm Kez.
I'm Dinghy.
Why do they call them CDs when I can only see bees? I don't fucking know. Is that anything? Hey, welcome back to Hey Guys, Is This Anything? It's a show where we try and be funny. And sometimes it works, I will say. Sometimes we're funny. And then there's other times, like that intro, where you're not. And that's okay. I think it's cool to show all sides of that spectrum. You may have noticed, probably not because you can't see it, audio listeners, but we have our renegade furry correspondent, Dinghy, out in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania today. It is Anthrocon. It's Saturday. A lot going on. There's thousands of attendees. Is that correct?
Hi, Kez. Yeah. We're gonna... I'm here. I'm Dinghy. I'm here coming at you live from the David L. Lawrence Convention Center in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It's a hot one out there today. Be sure you got your sunscreen on and get a lot of water if you're suiting today. Yeah, there are more than thousands. There are tens of thousands of furries. They've taken over the convention center and the related hotels. As I said, I'm coming at you live from the David L. Lawrence Convention Center. Kez, how are you doing today?
Oh, shit. I'm doing really well. I noticed we have a little bit of a delay in the broadcast.
I'm doing great too, Kez. Sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry, I interrupted you. It's
fine. Let me ask you this. You said that there are tens of thousands of furries at this convention center. It makes me wonder, Anthrocon historically has not exceeded more than 10 or 11,000 attendees. So, is the convention space prepared for multiple tens of thousands?
This year, we've exceeded, well, the numbers aren't really out yet, but from what we've been seeing and from the speculations from staff, is that we're actually up to 43,000 attendees this year. Big jump over last year. Go ahead.
I was going to say 40.
Big jump going up from last year, which of course was around 14,000 perhaps. Like I said, I'm at the David L. Lawrence Convention Center, coming at you live from Anthrocon.
Okay, so I think it's really interesting, that they are able to support 43,000 people when historically that's 4 times the highest attendance that they've seen. Also, would make it the largest convention in the world, not even by a little bit, by a margin previously unheard of. I don't think there's enough hotels in that area for that many people. Do you notice any issues with attendees not having any places to sleep, or maybe just overcrowding in general?
Yeah, so it hasn't been all sunshine and rainbows at this convention. Down at the 11th Small Man Lot and History Parking Center, there has been a refugee-style camp set up to house many of the attendees. Like I said, it has not been all sunshine and rainbows. The Courtyard Hotel in Pittsburgh has burned down, and the Renaissance actually had a partial collapse, so that one is no longer accessible. And there are currently emergency services going through the rubble, trying to pull out any bright green foxes they might find.
Oh my god, that's awful. My heart goes out to those attendees and their families.
Yeah, it's a real tragedy. But if you look at the numbers, 43,000 is quite a few. A couple losses here and there. We'll have to see how the staff responds and how Anthrocon responds.
I'm sure the convention has planned for something like this, God, I forgot about the fucking delay. Oh my god.
Yeah, so we're currently being ushered out of the David L. Lawrence Convention Center over to Cobbler World, right next to the Jimmy John's on Penn Avenue. They said there's something about a big stinky mess that has been left inside of the air conditioning system, which is funny because that is also referred to as AC. So AC problem at AC.
Damn. I hope everyone's safe. I mean, I can't imagine, having the bulk of the attendees there at the David Fishburne Convention Center.
David L. Lawrence Convention Center.
Okay. Was I thinking of Lawrence Fishburne? So if we
I love Lawrence Fishburne. Great movies.
Oh my fucking god. So, let me ask you this.
The Matrix was one of my favorites. I'm sorry, I am interrupting. Go ahead.
So, you mentioned fursuits. Unfortunately, your previous mention of them was kind of tragic, but looking past that, those that are not currently at the ground zero of those properties that you mentioned, what have been some of your favorite fursuit interactions so far at this convention?
My favorite interaction so far has been getting kicked in the nads and called names by a rainbow a rainbow dog that thought that I was doing sort of expose style all gas no brakes look at furries. What they did not realize that I was indeed also in fursuit.
They didn't. Okay, I need clarification that they didn't realize you were in fursuit, or they believed that you were in fursuit as an op.
They didn't notice that I was dressed as a giant bright blue Mano kid. No.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Any folks that are around that would want to say hello? I'm sure that there's people all around you, being that you've been evacuated supposedly. So I would love to hear from one of the attendees if you could.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me find someone that you might recognize here real quick. So here's a name you might recognize, very popular on the TikTok circuit. We have Bone Snout Silverclaws, and of course their partner Bronze Dog Dirty Claw. How are you folks doing at this convention? Oh, you know. Fuck, I don't know what voice to go with.
Why is there in-person delay? Why is there a delay when you're in person?
There's a delay because we are speaking at a tremendous distance.
Okay, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. If you don't mind, could you run those names back one more time? I don't think I caught them.
Absolutely. We have Stone Fur Poor Pelt and Furry Panther Goodcrest here with us live. Do you have... Hello? Hello? Can you... Oh, I can hear you.
Okay.
The connection is bad because of all the cell phone usage in such a small space.
I was gonna ask you. It sounds like you may be confusing these fursuiters' names with Warrior Cats characters. I just want to be extra clear that these are the fursuiters themselves and not just names from a Warrior Cats generator.
No, this is not a war zone. I am not a war journalist. There are no warring cats. But I have now stumbled across Red Kitten Newbark.
Okay.
Very popular, good sort of YouTube personality and artist. Do the people at home have anything to ask?
Yeah, we actually have a couple callers who've dialed in to the show who have some questions. So we're gonna go ahead and hear from
Lots of callers here on various suitors. Yes, plenty of those.
Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and field a quick question from Corpum Fart Rabbit. So you're on the air. Hi, this is Corpum Fuck Rabbit. I was just hoping to find out because I didn't get to go to the Anthro convention this year. How many other fuck rabbits are there? I want to know about the rabbits. That's a really good question. Our field journalist would love to answer that.
Plenty of rabbits. Lots of fucking. So I think you would fit right in if you were able to get a room, which you were not.
Perfect. All right, next caller. Let's go ahead and again, real quick. Sorry, I just the names of those fursuiters one more time.
Yeah, absolutely. We have Summer Snout Denseface and Common Vixen Dapperblade here with me live.
Okay, so we've got Comet Cupid Daughter Blitzen and Dancer Prancer.
Wow, that's a big get all the way from the North Pole.
Yeah, so Dancer Prancer and Rudolph Gag and Swallow. Our next caller here is random stuff on my desk. What question do you have? Hey, this is a random. I'm just curious if this is for Oogle Boggle Briar Poop. Have you gone to any panels that you really liked at the furry convention? I'm just curious.
Yeah, let me go ahead and ask Amberline Lightpaw. Are there any panels that you've enjoyed at Anthrocon this year?
Well, shoot. There's been a few. I tremendously enjoyed the one hosted by Ember Horse Faint Heart. That one was really great. There was a survival panel, by necessity, hosted by them, and they really helped a lot of us out of the sorry, my brain's in a fog because on account of the courtyard collapse.
Yeah, no, hey, Amber Crest Pony Shorts. No pressure. We really appreciate your contribution to this program and just your boots on the ground, your eyes in the sky, being able to give us any information. I'm so sorry to hear about the courtyard collapse. Truly just a tragedy. And again, we're continuing to pray for the victims and, the first responders there. But that's kind of a downer, I don't want to talk about that. That's kind of sad. So let's pivot.
We actually have our eyes in the sky. News 9 helicopter flying around the general sort of convention area. What do you see from up there?
Oh.
Well, we're just passing over the Allegheny River, heading straight towards Liberty Avenue.
I'm so glad
And,
you're in this helicopter with me,
the
because
scene-
there's no way that I would be able to
There's
know.
no delay here. It's great not having a delay, like they do on the ground there.
Yeah, we have a little bit of a delay between us. There's a little bit...
Because of the headsets.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a delay between the headsets, but otherwise, honestly, just a really cool vibe up here.
Really great convention so far. I especially like the rush on the dealer's den. No fatalities this year.
Yes, the
And it
dealer's
was
den has
overall
been so
managed
great.
quite
The
well.
dealer's den has been so fun. I got to buy some ears. I'm not a furry, but I saw Robin Hood when I was 13, and I thought the box was very kissable. Anyway, that is my contribution to this interview.
We're currently flying down Penn Avenue, a little low, just so we can see what's going on the ground. There are people running in panic from the helicopter right now. Do you care to stop at Jimmy John's for a sandwich, perhaps?
I would love to. I also would like to make it very known that when we're flying, we navigate using Google Maps. Google Maps is our one-stop shop for our flight routes, for our beginning and end destinations. Highly recommended if you're a pilot. You don't need any of that fancy software. Just open Google Maps on your phone, you dummy. Anyway, Jimmy John sounds fantastic.
Google Maps, navigation for all. Yeah, so let's just go ahead and bring her in here at Penn Avenue, and we'll toss it back to our correspondent on the ground, Dinghy.
Oh no!
We're going a little low. Oh no! Oh!
Wow, Kez, unbelievable. The sight that I am seeing outside of the Jimmy John's window. A helicopter has just crashed into the ground. It looks like our Sky News 9 helicopter has just had a rough landing in the Alco private parking lot on Penn Avenue and 10th Street.
Something I need to applaud is not only your ability to give us unbiased, up-to-the-minute journalism, but also just your knowledge of the local area. It's so precise, as if you had a map in front of you.
Well, being a correspondent for so many years at various furry conventions, I can only say that I've gotten to know the lay of the land.
No, yeah, absolutely. So impressive. Again, much like the courtyard disaster, we're sending our thoughts and prayers to that helicopter and anyone who was in that private parking lot. Again, moving back into more of a positive...
They've actually rebuilt the courtyard at this point. Furries, it turns out, are very industrious people, and they can very quickly recover and bounce back from any travesty that might strike them.
You know what? I just realized this episode's gonna be the biggest pain in the ass to edit because I'm not gonna know what was a genuine pod.
Well, we
Anyway,
can always throw it back to the studio soon.
Oh no, it's funny. This is the funniest fucking bit. Anyway, glad to hear about the courtyard. Very cool, very cool. They're resilient. That's what they've been saying about furries ever since Midwest Fur Fest 2014. Yeah, thank you so much for your insight. I think we'll come back to your coverage here in a minute. We actually have some pre-recorded content that I would love to play here if you're okay with it. That way we can be a little bit more synced up.
Yeah, absolutely. We are currently making our way back into the David L. Lawrence Convention Center, and I will be with you whenever you need me.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead
Thank
and...
you. Bye. I spit water all over myself. Holy shit.
Hey guys, so this is our pre-recorded segment. We did this immediately after the last episode that you listened to, and then we kind of knew that we'd need some buffer content while Dinghy's on the ground at Anthrocon. How excited are you for this convention, by the way?
I can't wait. I have never been to Anthrocon before, so I'm super excited for that one. Yeah. I happen to get into the courtyard, so that's very exciting. Shit. And I can't wait for that.
No, that's great. I was gonna ask you. Let's do some projections on what you think is what's gonna happen at Anthrocon.
Yeah, well, from what I've heard, it's always gone extremely smoothly, and I know tickets were sold out in like 12 minutes or whatever. It was really quick, or not tickets, hotel rooms, but yeah, I think it'll go super smoothly. I can't wait to hit the Jimmy John's and get some sandwiches there.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah,
let me ask you this: how many people do you think are going to be there?
Oh, what was it this last year? Like 13,000 something?
Something. Was it that big? I thought.
Look it up.
Let me see. It was 13,644.
Okay, yeah. So I don't know, 14,000 maybe, 15,000.
FWA was pretty crazy.
FWA was 15-ish, right?
I could see it breaking 16. I could see it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
No more than that.
Yeah, absolutely. Very excited for that.
So with that, of course, we're not going to know until you're there. And you're experiencing all the joy and fun that is Anthrocon. But I do think we have a few more topics that we can broach in the meantime to kind of pad out some time. I have a couple of your topics on here that are. Mm-hmm. There's one that I'm not entirely convinced I'm reading correctly.
Okay.
Because just grammatically, not really a sentence. It's are fruit better, longer? And in parentheses, it says long avocado. So I would love for you to explain what that means.
Yeah. At some point, I don't know where this came from, but I saw a picture of a very long avocado. And so I thought it'd be really funny to purchase one. And it turns out per avocado, it's like $100 per long avocado.
Wait. Not for the bit. This is a real thing?
Yeah. Sorry. I was searching a picture for you. Hold on. Let me send it.
Oh there you go. What the fuck is this?
It's a long avocado.
I mean, that's sick. I just didn't know these existed.
Yeah, I didn't either until like the other day.
Horrifically phallic. Anyway.
I think I was searching for avocados for some reason. And then one of these popped up and I was like, well, that's the one. But they're really expensive. And then that got me thinking, usually when things are more expensive, they're better, right? Like there's a market that was willing to pay the extra cost. Like, cause I could just get a bunch of regular size avocados.
That's like when I lived in Japan and I almost spent like $35 on like a couple strawberries because I didn't realize that they have their special fruit there that is like for occasions and shit and costs a billion times more than the normal fruit variety. That being said, I have had, what did I get? I bought a bunch of grapes from one of my coworkers out there for an obscene amount of money. And let me tell you, best fucking grapes I've ever had in my life. I would do it again. I get it.
So maybe there is a reason to spend this amount of money. Maybe I should buy one of these.
I would
but
love
yeah,
for you to buy one of these, but when we're together, so we can
experience
review
it together. And we're gonna be so disappointed when it just tastes like an avocado.
It just tastes like avocado. It's just the square footage of avocado has increased, therefore the price has increased, and we're gonna be like,
just
damn,
more avocado. Yeah.
that's all it is.
But yeah, so that got me thinking, like, why, if this is more expensive and thus better, then like, why aren't other fruits longer? You know? I know that fruits don't get anything from monetary value, just generally as a plant. But I think that maybe we can start like producing long fruits. So imagine like a bunch of grapes, because you were talking about grapes earlier. But all the grapes are like 4 or 5 inches long.
That is interesting. I also like to think of the inverse. Imagine a banana, but it's just 1/5 the size and almost round.
It's a ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically a sphere. That's interesting. A banana to go.
Is that anything?
I don't think so. Bananas are already extremely portable. That's kind of their whole shit. They come with a like biodegradable wrapper, and you can just kind of like put them wherever.
Bananas are kind of like the best fruit.
Yeah. I like bananas.
I like bananas. I think that even if they don't taste the best, in terms of just everything else, I would choose a banana. I'm glad that's where we
banana has to be like correctly ripe though.
That's a very fair point.
I know I'm a disgusting animal, but I like bananas when they're like just at ripe. You know, like they're just past green and being all gross, but they're like not really their full flavorful selves.
I'm right there with you, actually.
I think just generally texture is more important than flavor.
Yeah,
most of the time.
I prefer that I have to work a little bit more to chew it than have it just be a soggy, decaying mess in my mouth. That's so real. Is this anything? Is this conversation?
This conversation is nothing. I'm still reeling.
This conversation's great. This conversation fucking rules. I think it was the wording of that question that really got me. Are fruit better longer?
Well, how else would you ask that?
Just without context. It's so funny to read. Oh shit. Actually, I would love to just take a quick second. I do want to see what future you is up to.
Oh yeah, I'd love to hear that.
I would just love to see, you know, all the fun that you've had, all the cool panels you've gone to, all the friends you've gotten to see, maybe some big name fursuiters or, you know, social media personalities that you've been able to run into. This is so exciting. I mean, we have no idea what this is going to be. It's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's throw it to...
Do you mind if I actually throw it to myself?
You
I think
absolutely
that'd be kind of fun.
can. That's so good. Let's do that.
Okay. Dinghy, this is Dinghy from the past. How is it down there? What have you run into anyone that you wanted to see? Hi, me from the past. Yeah, I've run in. I'm here at the David L. Lawrence Convention Center at Anthrocon 2024. Beautiful day, hot day. Get plenty of water, plenty of sunscreen.
Wow, that's really cool. I'm so glad that we totally planned how long you were going to talk 1 week in the future. So we can just cut you off right here because obviously you're not going to have more to say than that, right?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I do think the next question should be something along the lines of, what cool food have you eaten out there?
Yeah, the food that I've had here, tremendous. A helicopter has crashed next to Jimmy John's, but that does not degrade the quality of the sandwich. Freaky fast. 30 minutes or less.
Do you think they call it freaky fast because even in times of regional tragedy, they are still pumping out those sandwiches in a way that has you thinking, there's no way a human with emotion would be able to do that?
No emotions here, just good sandwiches.
Very cool. I'm kind of concerned. It feels like the delay is getting slightly longer as this episode goes on. I don't know if it's...
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that the delay keeps getting longer like that. Sorry, this is Dinghy from Now. Hi. Hi, guys.
Hey.
I'm still here.
No, that's really cool. My concern is I'm now speaking to two of you in different timelines.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy to think
Yeah,
about
it's
it.
weird. Podcasting is
Yeah, that's
really
pretty
progressed.
crazy that we're both active and having this conversation at the same time. Dinghy on site kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of hate talking to him.
I like Dinghy on site because though all of this graphic awful stuff is happening.
Well, past Dinghy doesn't have the experiences that current Dinghy has, and I did see a helicopter crash, so I got that over you. What an asshole.
He's been through so much. Cut him some slack. Like, come on. He needs a break. He needs a drink. He needs to get back to the David L. Lawrence Convention Center.
Who?
I don't know, man.
Is that the name of the convention center?
I don't know. I'm hoping that future Dinghy will just chime in and tell us.
Yeah. And then we cut him in here, and that'd be really funny.
It
for
would
the bit.
be really funny for the bit.
Yeah.
But, you know, what can you do?
David L. Lawrence Convention Center. I'm here live. It's a hot one out there today, folks. Please hydrate and drink plenty of water and sunscreen. Put on sunscreen, please. Kez, I'm not sure if this bit is happening, because like we do have me live in the future talking to me, I guess live to you, but in the past here now. And honestly, just like the prospect of you editing this is gonna suck.
Yeah,
and
it's
I
gonna
apologize.
suck. But here's the other problem. I haven't established which one of me is talking to both of you. Is it past me or
There's
is it...
two of you?
There is, because there has to be. There's me in the current episode and then me in the flashback where we had our side segues.
Oh shit. That's good. And you're in the studio both times.
Yeah. So I don't know who I am.
Breaking news. Coming from you live from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
What the fuck did I miss?
Breaking news. The furries are marching on the museum. They're coming down Federal Street right now. They're fjording the river, coming down Federal Street, wreaking absolute havoc, marching on the museum. Please shelter in place until this can be taken care of. They are currently breaching through the windows. They have entered museum lab. This is a problem. They're currently playing with saws. They're building things live. They've ripped the chandelier from the ceiling. Oh my goodness, this is horrible.
Hey,
Shelter in place.
yeah, future Dinghy. I have one question for you. Are you claiming that today, July 6th, is an insurrection on a museum?
I do not have an erection. They are currently coming through the front doors of the museum. It seems to be a generally non-violent protest.
Okay.
I'm not sure what they're protesting, but they are building things with saws.
That's wild. So it seems relatively peaceful, huh? I'm getting footage from the ground.
Aside from the windows being smashed, it is relatively peaceful.
Okay.
In fact, there is a lot of laughter and a lot of people high-fiving. To be honest with you, I'm starting to think that this is just a panel. I think there was a mix-up in the intel that I got. I believe this is just furries having fun.
You had me concerned for a moment that there was an orchestrated attempt at takeover of this museum. It very much in a way that had insurrection vibes. So I'm glad that we cleared that up, because that was a scary moment.
I was afraid too. I was at the forefront of smashing windows and entering the museum. However,
Wait. I need you to answer. Did anyone else smash windows, or was that something you did of your own volition?
looking around, and now that you say it, it does look like I am just surrounded by regular people, and I am the only one that has entered the museum by smashing a window.
Okay.
I think I got caught up in a small crowd of people walking to get lunch, and I thought that it was something bigger than that. And for that, I apologize, but the true reporting never stops. I am currently making my way back through the river to the David L. Lawrence Convention Center, where it's a hot one out there, folks. Drink a lot of water, put on sunscreen.
What's the weather right now out there on this beautiful sunny July 6th, 2024 in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania?
It's a hot one out there, folks. Drink lots of water, put on lots of sunscreen.
Now, interesting enough, I actually printed the 10-day weather forecast from last week, just in preparation. It does say that Saturday is calling for scattered showers.
It's a hot one out there. The rain helps with the hydration. If you just look up and open your mouth, you will get water. So do that if you don't have other sources of water. It's a hot one out there, folks.
Yep. Okay, that's perfect. Thank you so much for clearing that up. Just wanted to make sure the info I had wasn't bad. Meteorologists need to eat too. So let me ask you this. Obviously, furry conventions are known for their party scene. Is there any crazy parties that you're going to be going to tonight? Anything big on the books that everyone's looking forward to?
It's funny you should mention parties on this hot one out here. Drink lots of water. I'm actually going to the newscaster party. That's a party that involves lots of journalists, such as myself, and actually we get secluded in the David L. Lawrence Convention Center behind a crowd control barrier, and then we can just kind of view the going-ons at the convention center.
Okay, so
and talk about it.
So it's like a news reporter party panel kind of thing where you just report on the things happening at the convention, much like what you're doing right now.
Exactly, Kez. What I am doing right now. Kez, I might have to leave it at that, as my battery on my phone is running low, and I cannot report without my phone.
No, that's absolutely fair. That's the journalistic integrity talking. So, we may swing by one more time. If we don't hear from you, enjoy the rest of your con. I mean, 43,000 people is no laughing number, so just keep safe out there.
50,000. It's up to 50,000 now.
God damn.
In the last 40 or so minutes.
That's remarkable. 50,000 people that's big. Anywho, yeah. We'll catch you on the flip side. Let's go ahead and jump back over to Past Us.
Why are you making that noise, Kez?
I don't really know why I did that. I feel like something took over me and just was like, hey, you need to do this. for the pod.
Do you think people are going to be upset that we recorded some of this last Saturday? Or the previous Saturday from when it comes out?
I definitely think there's going to be people who are experiencing con FOMO that wished we would have just committed to doing the entire episode at Anthrocon.
Yeah.
That being said, that's a lot of your time. I mean, you've taken, I anticipate you're going to take a substantial amount of time to explain to us the goings on of Anthropomorphic Convention 2024. So I certainly wouldn't want to take up more of your time. So I think it's okay to cut back and forth. I think it's a good juxtaposition of us, how we are now, and then us as one of us is at a furry convention when the other is not there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that'll be interesting.
I think it'll be
cool to have a live sort of feed from the convention.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I am really excited for the live aspect. I mean, that's new for us.
There might be a couple bugs to work out, but I think we'll get it sorted.
I don't foresee any problems. I think it's going to go so smoothly.
Yeah.
I mean, internet nowadays, it'll feel like it's instantaneous.
It'll be lightning quick. That's for sure.
Yeah, I rest my laurels on that. I'm going to commit to saying that there is going to be just it's going to be really good to the ears. It's going to sound really good, and that is the Hey Guys, Is This Anything podcast.
That's a guarantee. Yeah, it's going to sound really good. Did you want to do another topic?
We can capstone it with one more topic. I am very curious. Is This Anything episode 110?
Oh, yeah.
I think that's a little bit ambitious, given that we are on episode technically 2, technically 3 right now. 110 episodes is lofty.
Bold of you to assume that it's our podcast.
Oh, shit. Oh, so my God.
Yeah, so I decided that it would be after episode 0. I thought it would be really good to do a little research on the other podcasts we were talking about.
Uh-huh.
So I did go listen to an episode of Is This Anything? And from what I listened to, it was pretty funny. I'll be honest with you, I can't remember most of it. And I'm not trying to rag on the Is This Anything guys. But I like the concept of their show a lot because it's them kind of trying out stand-up bits with each other and like giving kind of fun, jokey feedback.
Yeah.
Before they actually try to do it at like a stand-up show. So I think that's actually really great concept. But yeah, I did go and listen to the competition just to kind of feel it out a little bit.
Yeah, the competition. And, people that haven't uploaded in 2 years.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, as the spiritual successor to Is This Anything?
Yeah.
We want to shout out those dudes for really walking so we could stumble and fall flat on our faces.
Yeah. And their names were just 3 of them.
Johnny Rocket.
Okay, yeah. The restaurant, I think.
Johnny Rocket was the first guy. There was Fred Durst and Mike.
Yeah, and Mike's actually my favorite because he calls himself, it's a sort of stage name. He calls himself Mike because he's always on the microphone.
Yeah, it's just a really good bit. So to recap there, the 3 people are in fact Johnny Rocket, Fred Durst, and Mike.
Right. And Mike.
Just the nicest dudes. I mean, great show. Highly recommend. Go listen to it. But anywho, yeah, I'm glad you listened to it. I'm glad you got a feel for what I'm going to have to listen to this podcast. I think I'm going to listen to it and get some feels for what we're taking over. What gauntlet we've been thrown.
What big shoes, and they're so big, we're trying to fill.
Hey, feet people, we're back.
We're back.
We're back, baby.
We skipped an episode, but we're back.
We're feet people. We were here for you the entire time. I'm sorry for the fucking desert that was episode 2.
Yeah.
But we're here. We're here for feet, baby.
We're here. We're queer.
I mean, that is true.
So I know how much you like Jimmy Fallon. And I thought it for this special episode 2 being live and all, and having to kind of, work around me not being around to record necessarily. I actually got you a cameo.
Oh my God, no, you didn't.
I did. I genuinely did. Because this is not the bit. I genuinely got you a cameo from Jimmy Fallon.
I'm sure you did.
No, I really did. I actually really did. You're just gonna be blown away by this.
I'm so excited to see it.
Okay. Are you ready? I'm gonna go ahead and just play it.
Yeah, if you could just share and hit play, we're good.
Okay.
Hey, Jimmy Fallon here. Dinghy said that you guys are a huge fan, and you're really big fan of me and my work on the Tonight Show. I took over for Jay Leno in 2014, and it's been life's been good ever since. Thanks for being a big fan, Kez. Keep on keeping on.
So I hope you are as pleased with that as I was, because I think Jimmy Fallon's such a sweet, down to earth kind of guy.
That was the real Jimmy Fallon.
It was so real. I'm sorry to bring you to tears like that.
It's okay. I'm just so. That was so nice of you. I love Jimmy Fallon. I watch him every day.
Yeah, I love James Thomas Fallon.
The video really just tugged at my heartstrings. Jimmy is such a sweetheart. Oh my gosh. How much did that cost you?
I don't talk about expenses on podcasts.
That's so fair.
As a general rule.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you.
It was 10.
It
was 10.
I kind of think we should go back to that rule you just had of how much.
It was $10,000. It was $10,000.
Jesus Christ!
Because our podcast is in the red, deeply in the red. Because I spent all of our money. I spent all of our money that we didn't have, and now we're really in the red. We're about 10,000 in the red, actually.
That's great. Anyway, it'd be cool if y'all donated to whatever link we have set up to give us money. It's crazy that you mentioned that you got me a cameo.
Mm-hmm.
Because I also really, really did some soul searching on.
No, you didn't.
Listen,
no way.
Listen. Shit. I'm trying to remember the name of the person that got the cameo.
So you paid for a cameo for someone that I love, and you don't remember their name? Is that what you're telling me right now?
No. It's fine. It's your favorite actor from the UK.
Yeah,
you know the one.
I know the one.
They're
my favorite. I love them so much.
You love Rupert Grint from the Harry Potter franchise.
Rupert is, I think, genuinely one of my favorite people.
Exactly. So I decided who better to get a cameo for you with than Rupert himself. Did you?
If you don't know who Rupert Grint is, that's Mr. Ron Weasley from the old HP days.
Yeah. This was a tough get, I will say.
Yeah, that's a big get.
It's a big get. I'm glad you mentioned our dire financial situation because it's not getting much better, my friend.
Oh no!
But here, let me go.
How much was this one?
I'll tell you after. I want you to guess based off the cameo how much you think I paid for this. All right,
I can't wait. Genuinely, I'm so excited for this because you know how much I love the Harry Potter series and how much I love Rupert Grint and all of the potheads, as we call ourselves.
I'm obsessed because it's so good. Okay.
Yeah. Do you know how big of a J.K. Rowling head I am? A growling Rowling, as we call ourselves.
Yeah, well, I don't know. We'll see how you feel after this. All right, I'm going to share my screen. You ready?
Yeah, I see it.
You see it? I'm gonna hit play.
Okay, I'm so excited.
Hey there, Dinghy. It's it's me, Rupert Grint, from the Harry Potter series back in like the early 2000s. Very, very cool. I heard that you are the biggest fan of the show, and I appreciate that so much. I bet, as you know, I was in some other things too. I was in something called Thunderpants. Do you remember that? You can't hear me. This is a cameo. That'd be crazy if you could reply to me. So, yeah, I was in something called Thunderpants. I was in something called Snatch. I don't remember what that was about, but I was in it. But yeah, I have an ice cream truck, and I would love to meet you one day. And Kez said a lot of really nice things about you, and I hope you're doing well. I know the pandemic's got you down, but things are looking up if we all just hang in there together. But that's it. Okay, goodbye.
Oh wow, okay, so you got that one for me a while ago.
So the week after we met.
Okay, yeah.
Which was January of
when I had
2022.
When I had COVID.
Yeah. I thought you were.
Can see how sad I was.
I thought you were so upset, but the one thing that stuck with me, and the first time we ever interacted, is like within the first 5 minutes, you're like, I have to tell you how much I love Rupert Grint's performance in the Harry Potter franchise.
I did say that, yeah, I did.
And
say
I was like,
those exact words.
And I committed that to memory, and I said, I'm going to do something special for this guy. I just kind of forgot about it, and then when you mentioned the cameo, I'm like, oh shit, I also bought you a cameo a long time ago.
Yeah.
So, did you like it?
He sounds a lot different when he's not all movie mic'd up.
Well, it's because he has a movie voice. It's like all actors.
He does have a movie voice.
That's how he actually sounds. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah. It's a lot different. It's kind of concerning. Do we know sort of if he has like dementia or something? Because it seemed like he thought it was a video call for a bit. I think I was, don't get me wrong, Kez, I'm over the moon right now. That was probably my favorite gift I've ever received. You got the Ron Weasley. You got the Rupert Grint.
I did.
That's crazy.
I know. Well, let me circle back. How much do you think I paid for that?
Oh shit, I don't really want to talk about this. Rupert Grint, sorry. Big get, huge name. One of the three main characters in the Harry Potter movie. The one Harry Potter movie.
The
single
14 and a half hour film.
Mm-hmm. I think, conservative guess, I'm guessing like $45.
You're not far off.
I'm not far off.
It did cost $18,500. So
okay. Oh boy. On a sort of cosmic scale, I wasn't.
You weren't far off. You were unbelievably off.
Yeah. I don't believe it. I don't believe.
The good news about that, though,
crazy.
is it's not hitting the bottom line of the podcast, because I declared bankruptcy like immediately after buying that cameo.
Oh, that's the bank's problem.
Yeah,
in that case. That's the choice.
I essentially committed bank fraud.
Mm-hmm. To get this cameo. So, I'm glad you liked it. I'm so glad. I do want to put a wellness check out for Rupert. I share your concerns in his confusion over whether the video he was taking of himself was in fact a call or not. Definitely worrisome. However, that's not important here. I do think I want to give one more check-in with our correspondent in the field, just to give future Dinghy an opportunity to give us some Is That Anythings, because I think that would be kind of fun. Oh yeah, I think I was gonna say he, but that's me. So I think I would love that next week.
Yeah, perfect.
If I could do some Is This Anythings.
Yeah.
So let's You want to throw it over to Dinghy in the field?
I'll throw it out to Dinghy in the field. Hey, esteemed, prestigious, boots on the ground reporter Dinghy. We want to tap in one more time here while you're at Anthrocon on this beautiful July 6th, 2024. How's everything going? It's pretty late now. It's got to be what, 11:30 midnight your time?
Thanks, Kez. Yeah, it's pretty late here now. It's a hot one. Drink lots of water. Put on sunscreen. I'm here at the David L. Lawrence Convention Center with a couple Is This Anythings. Would you like to hear my Is This Anythings?
I would love to hear your Is This Anythings.
Great. My first Is This Anything is brunch line. Food-based humor, first half of the day. Is that anything?
I'm not necessarily feeling that one. How about this? I'll give you one and see if maybe that triggers something for you, okay?
I would love to get one from you.
Okay, perfect. So, the one that I'm thinking, let's see. Robots, except all they do. There's robots, and all they do is make tree houses for the government. Is that anything?
Wow, Kez. It sounded like you kind of squeezed that one out. Unfortunately, I don't think that one's anything right now, but maybe in 2 months' time.
Oh, that's incredibly specific.
What about this? The price is lice. You can get prizes, but you get lice too.
Oh my god! Actually, I think you have something with that one. And that being said, I think it's time to move that topic about the price is lice into our next episode. And as always, we want to thank you for listening to Hey Guys, Is This Anything? Oh no! Oh no!
Hey guys, is this anything?
Thanks for listening. Bye!
Thank you.